Here's Fred Taylor, ladies and gentlemen. Morning, Fred.
What up, Fred?
Hey, what's good, guys? I like the vibe, man. Hey, I'm stuck in your neck of the woods, Key. I'm up here in Newark, somewhere in New Jersey. You and Jay.
No,
How's it
you ain't
going,
stuck in
guys?
my neck of the
Yeah.
woods, Fred
Well,
T.
your
I'm out
old neck
west,
of
That's
the
my
man.
woods.
neck, Fred. That's
I
my
know
neck.
Yeah.
Key, I'm talking about your old neck of the woods. You know,
Yeah.
when they will
Key
put
ain't
you
been
on
to Newark,
defense
Fred.
and stop the interception. I'm still upset about that divisional game my rookie year when we came up here to New York and they put your big tall butt on defense to knock down the pass, the Hail Mary pass. I'll never forget that. But I've always been a fan since then. Your USC days back in the day, blase, blase, you know the rest.
Yeah.
So
No,
that's
Fred
why
T.
I say your
It's all
neck of the
good.
woods.
I literally was telling them during the break. I said, if he wasn't on the Jags, it wouldn't even be close as far as running backs.
Yeah, man.
Being in the Jags, I know y'all did some stuff, but the Jacksonville Jaguar fans and organization, they need to just bow down every single time with you, though. God, they should.
You know, it's Jacksonville. I was in a small market, and the argument is always such, right? But I also, with that, a few things: the timing, the games that I played, all of that. I have good season, then I have an injury-prone season, and then I have a good season. So I never really put together for a while those back-to-back seasons that I needed to be in all of the national media face and spotlight and all that stuff on a consistent basis. But I think pound for pound, I look at the era of backs that I came along with, all of the guys that were monsters in the league, the Terrell Davises, the Corey Dillons, Edrin, Eddie George, Jerome Bettis, all those guys, Curtis Martin. I think if we can go pound for pound in the same tryout, I'll probably come out the starter.
Freddie, I want you just to
Yeah.
expound upon something, man. I missed you on the podcast with Channing and RC. Wish we could do that again, but we will. But you had a tweet yesterday, man, where you just said, sitting here with a smile on my face, thankful for everyone who has texted or tweeted their support for my run at Canton. I appreciate each of you, and let me remind you that God's timing is always sufficient. Let us enjoy this day, and the blessing is provided.
Mm-hmm.
Expound
Right.
on that, man.
Well, really, just I got so many texts. I'll start with the Hall of Fame finalist vote that happened the other night on the network, and I got so many texts. It started with RC with Ryan Clark. He was the first person to text me and said I'm sorry, and I'm sitting there like like for what? I totally forgot about it, and really that's just me having my mind at ease. Earlier in the day, someone asked me if I was going to watch the selection show. I was like, nah. God got it. Whatever it is, that's what it's going to be. And after it happened, I got so many texts, probably 100 texts came in a couple minutes. Even people tagging my Twitter, notifications blowing up, Instagram, same thing. People saying, don't worry, you're going to get in, all of the support. And really, I've always told people that God's timing is the best timing. It's the most sufficient. And when it happens, I'll be ready. So I do optimistically think that it will happen. Got to get in that room. The guys got to do a deep dive. Got to really, do the research and say this is what he was able to do in a small market on an expansion team. He carried the bulk of the weight. This is his production on all levels, and that'll take care of itself. And on the other side of that was really just thinking about Damar. Still heavy-hearted from that. And I ended it with just God's blessing, His timing is sufficient, and that also related to Damar's situation. We get out, we're praying like crazy, hoping for a full recovery, but it's on God's time. When he was under intubated, I like to think optimistically and say he was spending some time with God. Reorganizing his life, saying this is the vision when you come out of this. So really, it was kind of a two-part in that tweet. But more importantly, my focus is on hoping that this young man gets a full recovery.
Jaguars running back joining us this morning, Keyshawn J. Will and Max. Fred T., if the Jaguars were to win the division and I like to call it backdoor into the playoffs, given their standings and where they're at right now, even though they win the division. Can they be this year's Cincinnati Bengals with an experienced playoff head coach in Doug Peterson?
Oh, I like the way you made that comparison. I think so. I think so. And in this league, we know, Keyshawn, all you guys know, in any league, in any pro sport, it's about momentum. It's about that momentum as you build up that trust. And these guys they've started with this year, their divisional rival, the team that's always probably right there in the front of the division, in the Tennessee Titans. Of late, they've been the bully in the division. And Jacksonville went up to their place, Nissan Field. They knocked them out, and they blew them out in good fashion. Now they have an opportunity to do it again at home, which is considered the biggest game in Jaguars' regular season history. So it's now time to shut up, put up. You have an opportunity in front of yourself to go in there and just beat on the guys that used to, beat up on you. And I think if they do have an opportunity to get in there, they will make some noise because they have the momentum. They have the confidence. They've been plugging and playing. A couple injuries here. Wait, no problem. Let's put somebody else in. Next man up. The next person gets up. He's ready to play. So that's just a testament to Coach Peterson and his staff and what they've done, how they have these guys prepared, each and every week despite the injuries. So I think they will. If they get in, they make some noise.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.